What it do, Alphas? Aere here, back for another video daily update. It is the 18th. I don't know why I gotta look every day since I do these videos every day, but I still do. 18th of July. It is Tuesday. We are red pretty much across the board. Bitcoin down almost 1%. Traditional markets hanging in there. Dow up percent. NASDAQ down 0.25%. Dollar is pretty flat. I am in a short position right now, up about 28 grand, 33% up on my position here. But yeah, alt's pretty much bleeding across the board, but we do have a lot of sauce, some TA to cover today. We're going to dissect some altcoins, look at a few things, and then we got some news pieces to cover. So Celsius is beginning to liquidate its assets. The coins that are most affected are going to be Link, MATIC, and AAVE, however you say it. We're going to talk about that. Judge ordering Ripple and the SEC to schedule their conference. So we got some more Ripple news. And then we have a new protocol. So the Cross-Chain Interoperability Protocol, CCIP from Chainlink, launching with the goal of dominating in the crypto space. So this is the person in charge of the CCIP. Sounds like CCP, like China, right? But the goal is to onboard, bring in lots more money to the crypto space. They're talking about bringing in billions and billions and billions of dollars of liquidity into the space. Very bullish for Link and CCIP in general. We're going to get into that, take a look at the charts, get you the sauce as we do every single day here on this channel, every single day. So do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, because we are here every single day bringing you and packaging up the news, the TA in a short, sweet video, no fluff, straight to the point. And then finally, join the trading clan. Brand new channel, broke away from another channel, doing my own thing. Right now, you could be the first person to join. Come on in. We are building here. I promise you this is going to take off. We're building a trading clan. This is not a signals group. This is not a group where I'm going to pump shit coins or talk about the next 1,000 times. Maybe we will, but not shit coins, but 1,000 time coins. Maybe we'll talk about a little bit, but hop on in. Creating think of like a trading or a gaming clan or gaming guild, right? Push all that thought process, a group of friends hanging out, growing, learning off each other, blah blah blah. I could go on forever, but give me a try. Hop on in, discord.gg/alpha-aere, and let's just jump right into it. So I am going to dissect all these coins at the end of the video. So long story short, so Celsius is beginning to liquidate its assets. It actually started as early as July 1st, 2023. They were allowed to convert all altcoins it held on its balance sheet into BTC and ETH. But until the beginning of the week, we didn't see any on-chain movement. So on the 13th, we saw around 64 million in Link, MATIC, and AAVE, however you say it, were sent from Fireblocks to an OTC wallet controlled by the company, according to Arkham Intelligence. Yesterday morning, these funds were transferred to Falcon X, institutional exchange where Celsius allegedly began selling off. Specifically, 20 million was sent in Link, 14 in MATIC, 8 in SNX, and then about 7.5 in AAVE. Smaller amounts in BNB, Uni, 1inch, ZRX, and other tokens. So all these have slightly dipped on the price front, although in itself, the amount of sales does not represent a high value. So fear and doubt spread around the ecosystem, but I really, at the end of the day, wouldn't be too worried about 20 million, 13 million, $8 million. I mean, just look at some of these daily trading volumes on this stuff. It's not going to really sway the market too much. But here's Celsius's crypto portfolio: sell USDC, Link, AAVE, SNX, all the way down. That's pretty much it on this. Just kind of want to clear the air on this since it was going around crypto Twitter. A lot of people talking about this. I don't really think most of this affects the markets too much. I'm gonna be honest with you. This should have been done a long time ago. These alts should have been converted. Really to USDT or a stable coin or dollars, because a lot of money was lost in this downturn, right? A lot of people were under the impression that this was over. The judge orders Ripple and SEC to schedule settlement conference. So, spoiler alert, a settlement is a win, right? Anytime you settle, not anytime, but in this case, Judge Torres ruled. We know what the ruling was, not a security. So now we got to come to some kind of agreement, some kind of settlement. It will have to be scheduled 6 to 8 weeks in advance. We still got some time ahead on this, but what's done is done. On the flip side, we do have, here's the court case. Judge Torres has assigned the SEC case against Ripple to Judge Netburn for general pretrial in the settlement. So the settlement is incoming. Case will be finalized, closed out. So Gary Gensler speaking on XRP for the first time since Judge Torres ruled. So let's go ahead and watch this real briefly.
How does the federal court ruling last week in the Ripple case impact your stance toward digital asset regulation? Does it inject urgency into the need for federal legislation to clarify regulatory oversight of this industry?
Look, our mission remains exactly what I spoke about earlier, about investor protection, promoting capital formation, and the markets in the middle. This is a recent decision, just a handful of days ago. We were pleased from that decision, recognizing the importance of protecting investors on the institutional investors in that, and that the court movement with regard to fair notice, and while disappointed on what they said about retail investors, we're still looking at it and assessing that opinion.
Is the SEC done with XRP? They're still looking at it and assessing the opinion. Are they going to file a challenge? You know what I mean? An appeal? Are they done, or are they just going to go after someone else because they have their hands full with going after crypto? And as I've said, the XRP lawsuit was a win for the industry. The XRP winning the lawsuit is a win for the industry, but it's far from over. We still have no regulation. Companies are still leaving the United States. The SEC, the CTFC, Biden administration, all these guys are going after crypto. It's no surprise, no shock. So buckle up, because it's going to be a long road ahead. Hopefully, when this road gets paved and settled, all the crypto companies haven't left the United States and we've lost the battle to China, Dubai, Hong Kong, right? Long story short, doesn't mean we'll see a settlement 6 to 8 weeks. It means that if they do decide on a date, it will have to be scheduled 6 to 8 weeks in advance of the desired date due to the court's busy schedule. So essentially, the last two settlement conferences didn't go great, but both sides have to come up with an agreement that both can stomach and move forward, close it out, go on from there. So that's what we're looking at right now. Big news for Link, the Link army out there. Chainlink launching Cross-Chain Interoperability Protocol, CCIP. New updates from the crypto world. So here's what the founder said, right? He believes CCIP has the potential to unlock trillions. I said billions at the beginning, but it's trillions of dollars that he's saying for the crypto space and enable traditional finance to access digital assets. By creating an active management network and leveraging the robust security model that powers Chainlink's pricing protocol, CCIP aims to become the TCP/IP of finance, drawing parallels to the underlying architecture of the internet. So according to Nazarov, Chainlink's revolution is equal to that of the protocol that revolutionized the internet. This is not just a protocol that will help the crypto world. Chainlink is preparing to change traditional finance as well. Chainlink CCIP has huge potential, and if it lives up to its promises, which, let's be honest, we know is a tough nut to crack for crypto companies, right? Living up to their promises. Some do it, some don't. But Chainlink, great company. I have high hopes for this. Supports popular networks such as Avalanche, Ethereum, Optimism, Polygon. They have already been adopted by DeFi lending protocols, AAVE, and synthetics, indicating its growing importance in the industry. So bullish. Unless you've been to Iraq last couple days, Polygon is upgrading. Polygon 2.0 is unveiled. So POL is the upgraded token. Your MATICs will be transferred to POL at a 1-to-1. Next generation token designed to secure, align, and grow the Polygon ecosystem. I guess we can, there you go. One token to power all Polygon chains. There you go. Validators, supernets, the ZK staking layer, incentives. So POL is proposed technical upgrade. If it is adopted, you will get 1-to-1. They're saying Bitcoin, although important and successful, is underproductive token. I don't know about that, but its holders can participate in the protocol and be rewarded for that. Cannot. Ethereum is a productive token. Holders can become validators and get ETH rewards and fees. POL is the third generation of native assets, a hyper-productive token. Holders can become validators and receive rewards, but with two major improvements. So this is pretty cool. Validators can validate multiple chains. Chain can offer multiple roles and corresponding rewards to validators. And what if we were to tell you we are just scratching the surface of the novel POL design? So kind of cool. Could you call it poo instead? How would the replacement procedure take place? If I hold on my wallet, will it just be replaced? The answer is yes. Hey, are Polygon dropping random NFTs to my wallet? Why? Probably not him. Them, I should say, but kind of cool. Big things happen. I mean, MATIC was one of the most talked about tokens over the last year, right? And lots of companies, including Instagram, Facebook, and Nike, many others hopping on board, using them to launch NFTs. So kind of cool here. Be on the lookout for POL. When it gets launched, you're going to add it to your watch list, right? Take MATIC off. Like I told you yesterday, if we get better than expected earnings, we're going to pump. If we get lower than expected earnings, we're going to come down on the traditional markets. Not necessarily Bitcoin, since Bitcoin tends to be doing its own thing lately. But Dow rising for a 7th day straight, gaining 300 points after better than expected earnings. All the banks came out with, big banks came out with better than expected earnings today. Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, et cetera, et cetera. So that's pretty much it on the news front. Traditional finance markets rise. I mean, home builder sentiment rises again in July, but builders warn higher mortgage rates are hurting. And then, you know, new crypto wise, I mean, that's pretty much it. So, you know, lots of speculation articles. Anytime that happens, I always say it's a slow news day. So Bitcoin cannot remain indifferent to dollar index for long, analyst says. I think that's the goal, right? The goal of Bitcoin is to remain indifferent from traditional stock markets, though I don't know that we're quite there yet. This year it seems to be, but we'll see if that holds up. But let's get into the technical analysis. Let's get into the charts. Let's analyze some alts. Let's dissect where Bitcoin's going to go. We got some cool things to go over. Well, let's start off with the Bitcoin TA before we get into a few other things. So I'm going to paint this picture for you. So here's what it's looking like to me. So we've been in this kind of channel really since the FTX collapse, and really the beginning of the years when we started to pump. We've been inside of this channel, revisiting the bottom a few times here, revisiting the top a few times here. So it's a solid channel at this point. Solid trend. We're trading with inside the trend. We got halfway up. It looks like we don't have the momentum to really blast us off. So I'm calling this territory up here, this is bull market territory. Once we kind of erase the Terra Luna collapse, which was right here back in, you know, kind of that June of 2022, which we should have bounced here, right? We bounced here, here. We should have bounced here. Steady lads deploying capital, and then boom, Terra Luna collapse, tanking the market. FTX collapse, tanking the market. You know, one could argue if Terra never collapsed, FTX would never collapse. Doesn't mean FTX wouldn't have pulled a bunch of shenanigans, but it might not have collapsed. They could have continued their shenanigans until they couldn't have continued their shenanigans any longer. Moral of the story is we need, and we can't. I mean, we're not able to bounce here. It's this simple. Until we get a bounce past this level, which really starts at 32,455-ish. Really, we'll call it 32,500. Boom. There it is. Let's turn that a color. Let's turn that. What color should we turn that? Let's turn it. There we go. We need to get above that. There's our line in the sand. There's where you start to get bullish. Once you cleanly break out from this, that's when the FOMO is going to happen. That's when you're going to see mom and dad. You're going to be in restaurants, hearing the table next to you, talking about Bitcoin. That's where we're going to see the FOMO that we saw in the previous bull markets, right? So my theory is it doesn't look like the momentum is there to take us to that level right now. We're probably going to get another pullback. We're probably going to get a pullback to the bottom of this channel, which right now sits at about 28,500-ish, around there. If we turn on the indicators and we look, that 200-day moving average is coming up and coming up quick. We have the 100 and the 50 coming up for us right now. We're above the 21-day moving average, or below, I should say. So these are going to come up to meet us pretty quickly here. So we're going to be getting either bounces off of them or losing them. Those are going to be ones that you're going to want to watch. But more importantly than that, my bull or bearish indicators are on the 4-hour chart. We are toying with the 200 moving average right now today. If we lose that, I think you're going to see more downside. 29,500 is where the liquidity currently sits. Below us, 2,900. Below that, 2,850. And then it kind of goes down. Traders are trading in $500 increments right now. That's where your supports are. But if we can't hold 29,500, if we don't bounce off of this kind of double bottom here and get break back into the channel, which in my opinion will just chop sideways and probably still go down further, we're coming down. It's that simple. Testing the bottom of the channel before we go up again. The economy's still not great. Yeah, things are looking like they're getting better. The thing is it's all a smokescreen, right? Big banks are posting great profits while your grandma and grandpa on Social Security are going to the store, or your brother and sister are going to the store, and their grocery bill is 20, 30, 40, 56% higher than it was a couple of years ago. So expendable income for regular people is just not there right now, or it is, and they're over leveraging themselves on credit cards. Credit card debt passed $1 trillion for the first time in history. I mean, it's wild out here right now. So not to be all doom and gloom, but even the Fed said, expect a mild recession. Goldman Sachs forecasting a 20% for recession later on in the year. They did lower their forecast from 25 to 20, but they're still forecasting 20% chance of a recession. So we'll have to just kind of watch and see. You take it one level at a time. When we're bearish right now, it's a bearish day. It's been a bearish few days. So we're bearish. You just roll with the punches. You trade these trend lines. You trade these levels of liquidity, as I talk about on this channel and in Discord. Free Discord, giving out the alpha every single day for free. I'm gonna be honest with you. Should we charge $100 a month for this? Other influencers do, but it's free. So hop on in. So that's what I'm seeing with Bitcoin right now today. I'm not going to dissect Bitcoin any more than this because we've been trading in this range. I've been talking about trading in this range, both on this channel and the channel I came from now, really since the 21st, since we've been in this range, making a killing, trading liquidity, trading the zones, the 31K to 31.5K, 30 and 29.5K. So we close below 29.5, we're coming lower. We get back into the channel, we're just going to chop sideways more. That's it for Bitcoin. I think we're coming down a little bit farther. I mean, just take a look at this, right? Perps falling off of a chart. The perp CBDs falling off a chart. Whales are falling off. Sell side heavy right now. We have spots. I don't know what's going on in Coinbase. Someone needs to tell them, but all the rest are just Binance Spot. Everything else is just drying up. There's just no momentum there right now. It's just not there. If XRP cannot blast us off to the moon, if them literally winning the lawsuit cannot blast us off to the moon right now, nothing can. Nothing can right now. The only thing that can is FOMO, retail investors coming on in, market getting excited again. It's just not there right now. We're in that summer lull, which happens. I've dissected the summer lulls in previous videos on the other channel. It happens every summer. July, August, dead. It just happens. So holding these ranges, holding these zones are going to be important. A lot of alts, not all of them, but a lot of them have already retraced their XRP pumps back to square one. Not all of them yet. You can see, we got about another 5-6% to come down on alts. This is the total market cap of all altcoins. So this is total 3 on the chart here, right here. So minus Bitcoin and Ethereum, another 5% negative. So if we have a couple bad days, we're going to be right back in the channel, erasing all of the pumps. So it just seems like that momentum is not there. I wish it was. I wish we were blasting off to the moon. We will be there. 2024 halving. I mean, we got lots of good stuff, lots of stuff in our favor right now, but it's just not there. Remember, we talked about this yesterday. I've been talking about this forever. I mean, this is the alt cap of all. Let's turn off the indicator so it's easier to see. Of all altcoins minus BTC, been in a descending wedge, which typically breaks to the top side more often than not, especially on these larger. I mean, this is going back a long ways. Let's flip this to the daily chart. All the way back to the 2 market tops, right? So here we go. So when we break out of this pattern and solidly and start reclaiming these levels, that's your alt season. So we broke out on the XRP winning news. I don't know that I call that a strong breakout, we would need to confirm it by hitting one of these major levels of resistance here, which we haven't yet. It looks like we're going to fall back into the channel. It looks like alts are going to continue to bleed and bleed back into Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin dominance, we saw a turn to the downside. We smashed 52%, right? XRP news happened, and then we dumped. So this is the same day that XRP news came out. So kind of catching itself here, kind of like the total 3 market cap is catching itself. I would expect us to come back up as alts sell back off into Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance to rise again, retesting that 52% level. If we break outside of that level, I mean, we're talking a 55% Bitcoin dominance. I mean, most people said we'd never see a 50, 52 or a 55% again, and we are staring it in the face now. So this is Bitcoin dominance market cap percentage compared to all other altcoins. So 50%, that's huge. So here's how I dissect coins, right? Here's Aave, or Av, however you say it. You got your support and your resistances right there. We did kind of break out, but fell right back in. You know, you got your level of support here, which is like a must hold level here. Now, these typically breaks to the top side, but if you're looking to trade an altcoin, I mean, this is a pretty freaking solid channel, right? Short, long, short it, long it. You know, you would have probably seen something else here because you can't just use this channel, but or would have retraced, right? You move your stop losses up. So as you enter in a position, so you'd enter in a long down here, and as the price goes up, you move your stop loss up. So let's say the price is right here, put your stop loss there. That way, if it does what it did here and it comes back down, you're out into the green. Hits the channel again, you long, blasting off to the moon, right? Short up here, same thing here. You move your stop loss down. So your stop loss would have been there, it would have been back up. You closed out of it, right? Maybe taking a position there. If not, you just waited for it and sat out. You take a long there, you take a short there. This is a huge channel. This is a fucking shitload of money. 55, 56%. Smaller wise, measure this here. I mean, it's hop in Discord, guys. I'm going to show you this stuff. 36, 37% here. Possible downside, 5 times leverage on that, or no times leverage. Do a 1-time short it and you're making 35%. Come on. This is eventually going to break out to the top side, hopefully. I mean, it should. Statistically, it should. Actually, yeah, it should. I mean, unless we, you know, invalidation, we start losing the channel. But guess what? You're going to be on the winning side of that if you trade these support and resistances. If you trade the support, you take shorts, and you take longs down here while moving your stop loss up in case you have a little bit of a market turnaround, right? A little bit of a fake out. You're still going to be in the win, but eventually you keep doing this and it comes down, you're in your short, and then you start losing the channel. Guess what? You're on the winning side of that trade. It's that simple. Or you get a bounce there, it hits your stop loss, you take a long, and then it breaks out to the top side. You're on the winning side of that as well. So my call on Aave right now is trade the channel. It's going to keep doing this until it breaks outside of this channel, as shown by a year of history. A year of history. I don't know how much stronger you can be on that than a year of solid TA, solid support and resistance on here. I mean, what are you doing? So I would say it's going to come back down. So if you are looking to pick up more AAVE, $50, $51 range, if you want to add to your hodl bags, I would say that is a good place to add to it. If we break to the top side, you do have some support and resistances along the way. Boom, boom. Strong one there. I mean, these are just your strong support and resistance levels. Well, they're now resistance. We need to flip them to support, right? 95, 113, 145. But this is bull market. This is talking breaking out of that total market cap 3 that we just talked about. For now, if you're looking to just add your hodl bags, that $50, $51, $52 mark is where you want to add money. It's going to revisit there. I promise it's going to. And it's a similar thing with MATIC too, which is now transferring into POL. I would expect some volatility, I would say, but we should still be trading inside this channel, which again, going back to December of 2021. So you want to break out of MATIC, you break outside of this strong trend line, right? This is your support, or resistance, I should say. I apologize. I do that all the time. But you know what I'm talking about, hopefully. You want a strong breakout. You're going to have to watch Total 3 breakout too, because I don't think we're going to break out until this does. Now, maybe we do on the news When MATIC switches to POL, maybe that happens. Until then, you trade this channel, you're going to be on the winning side. 1.552 is the strongest resistance. 0.978 is strong resistance as well. So use those to, maybe we don't quite come to the top of the channel, but we could. But when we start breaking out, that's what you're looking at. So a breakout to the top side of this channel, you're looking at a $10. Again, that's alt season, that's bull market territory. But medium to longer term, $10 definitely possible. Definitely possible. And here we got Link, right? So Link still trading inside of a channel, a yearly channel here with their support and resistances on it. Must hold 5.412. Hopefully we can start breaking these resistances inside this channel, these smaller resistances. This is a year, guys. 7.478, 8.376, 9.524. We break outside of that, we're looking at about a 12.648. We're looking at 17 there, maybe hung up on 14.54. So definitely some possibility for some upside. Hopefully that CCIP stuff brings us to the promised land. Again, everything goes back to what Bitcoin does, what the markets do, and what that total market cap 3 does. But there is some potential here for Link to come back to the top of the channel off this news. Possible 30% win. If you're looking to add more to your bags, do we come back down to that $5 level? Probably, until we break out from that 952 level. I think it will pump up. We'll probably test one of these resistances, maybe that 8.376, or then I don't know that we get up to 9.5 yet before maybe another pullback. But eventually, like I said, you trade these support and resistances, moving your stop losses, you're going to be on the winning side of the trade. If you're looking to add to your bag some more, I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of hit that $6 again to that $5.50 on Link. I think that's pretty much it today, guys. If you guys want me to dissect a coin for tomorrow's video, or you want to dissect it right now, if you want one for tomorrow's video, put it in the comments below. I read the comments. I will add it to tomorrow's video. If you want something dissected right now, hop in Discord, discord.gg/alpha-aere. We have an alt TA channel. Say, hey, Aere, TA this, and I'll run it through. I mean, I'll TA the hell out of any coin you guys want. Anytime, any time of day. Well, except for when I'm sleeping, right? I'll do you that solid. But more importantly than that, building a community over here. Hop on in, discord.gg/alpha-aere. I'm out till tomorrow. I'll be in Discord if anyone needs anything. Later.